Howdy everyone, welcome back to another edition of the Daily Vlog. We got a little bit of a different vlog coming at you today. I'm going to be playing through a game of Catan. I kind of talked through the game and explained it through for someone if you don't know the rules of Catan, so hopefully it's entertaining. I know some of y'all are like, whenever I post Catan content, you're like, boring, and this is going to be a pretty long video of Catan. But if you like it, let me know. If not, you don't have to tell me, but a little bit of a different vlog. Some exciting things coming tomorrow before we get to the game. Is going to be Emily's birthday tomorrow, so we got her pile of presents right here. She'll be opening them tomorrow morning. We'll of course capture that on the vlog. But for now, sit back and enjoy this game of Catan. Ding. Well, hello everyone. I'm trying out screen recording on my phone and recording this game of Catan I'm playing. So welcome. I know some of y'all may not understand how Catan works, but don't worry, I'll talk through it while I'm playing. So, the goal of Catan, first of all, is to get to 10 victory points. You can do that in a myriad of ways, and I'll explain that as we go along through the game. So the phase we're in right now is placing your first settlements. So I'm actually in the 4th position, so everyone will place down their first settlement before I get a chance to go. But because I'm in the 4th position, I'll get to place both my settlements at the same time. So orange has already placed theirs on the 5 of wheat, 8 of wood, and 10 of brick, and blue placed theirs on the 4 of wood, 8 of ore, and 3 of sheep. So we'll have to see where red goes before I know which spots are available. So where you put your settlements really depends on what resources you can get during the game, because whenever the dice are rolled, you get the resource of the number that's next to it. So we now know what spots are open for me to take. One thing about this board is there is not a lot of ore, so we're probably going to be lacking for that. So going for any type of victory that requires a lot of ore, not going to work. So I'll have to evaluate that real quick. A good spot for me could be taking this 8 and 4 of wood and this 3 of brick up here, and then going somewhere like this 6, 9, 3 with the sheep and wheat, or the 5, 9, 10. I think I might do that. I think I'll go, there's a 3 for 1 port there. Gotta decide quick. Yeah, I think I'll go here first. Building over this direction. And then close it out by placing this guy right here. And those will be my 2 locations. So the reason I picked those 2 spots is because it gives me sheep, wheat, brick, and wood, which allows me to build roads and build settlements. Cities are going to be really hard to build this game because they require 3 ore and 2 wheat to build, and there's just not a lot of good ore spots. The reason I'm saying that is because if you see these red numbers that are on the board, the 6s and the 8s, the reason they're red and they have 5 dots under them means that they are the most likely or have the highest chance of being rolled by the 2 dice. The 5 dots are under them signifies that there's 5 potential combinations of dice rolls that can hit those numbers. So, you know, might be more likely to hit those. And then the 5 and the 9 is the next highest likely. They've got 4 dots under them. And then moving down to your 4s and 10s, there's 3 combinations, then 11s and 3s, and then 2 and 12s, because there's only one way to roll a 2 or a 12 with 2 dice. So I feel good about my numbers I've got. I've got 3, 4, 5, 9, or 8, 9, and 10. So I've got a good variety, but also fairly high numbers. I'm not on a 6, which is all right. But I've got a good spread of resources, and I think I've got some good places to build to right now, depending on where orange goes. He could mess some things up. I'd ideally like to build from my current settlement up here by the wood and the brick over to this sheep port over here, because I'm on 2 sheep locations down here on my lower settlement, and if I build to this port, I can trade in 2 sheep at any point for any one of any other resource, and that'd be really good for me to help me get resources I potentially wouldn't have. So that's going to be the first priority, is getting over to this 2-for-1 sheep port. So what just happened right there is someone rolled a 7. So 7 is actually the number that has the highest combination of rolls. And whenever, sorry, I just burped. Whenever a 7 is rolled, you move what is called the robber, and you place it on someone's tile. I'm going to play while I'm talking through things here. I'm on very fast mode, so the turns go really quick. But if you place the robber on someone's tile, one, you get to steal a resource from an adjacent player. So when the robber got moved to the 6 of brick, the player was able to steal from either orange or red. Now, orange gets to steal from either blue or red over here. But then also, if the robber is on your spot, where it is right now on this 9 of wheat, if a 9 is rolled, the players that are next to it won't get any wheat because the robber is there. So the robber can be annoying to deal with, but also a good tool to use. So another 7 was rolled. You see it gets rolled pretty often. So red just stole from blue and placed it to block his ore down there. Exciting stuff. This guy's offering a trade. He wants to give a sheep for a wood, but I do not need a sheep. A wheat for a wood, that could be kind of good, but I don't think I really need that too bad. I get a brick here, so I might see if he still wants to do that sheep or that wood for wheat trade, because then I could build a little settlement. We'll see if he takes it. All right, he does, which is really nice for us. So now we can build on that 2-for-1 sheep port like I was talking about a little bit earlier. So I'm feeling pretty good. If you look over here on this right-hand column, we've got each of our colors here. Here's my name, Kevin Shilly. I'm the little green dot down here. I've got a 3 under my name, which means I'm at 3 victory points. If you remember, like I said, we're trying to get to 10. So right now I am in the lead, which is exciting, but it can also be a little nerve-wracking because if you get too much of a lead, people will start targeting you with the robber and start stealing your stuff and blocking your spots. So that can be frustrating to deal with, but I don't think I have too much of a lead right now for people would be worried about me. All right, I get a sheep on that roll. I don't have enough cards to do anything, so we will pass the turn. I'll kind of explain through the things that I can build and buy. So the thing that's easiest to build or requires the least amount of cards is roads. It just takes 1 wood and 1 brick to build a road, and roads allow you to build towards other spots and eventually place settlements if you get enough cards. To build a settlement, you need a wood, a sheep, a wheat, and a brick. So you need one of almost every resource outside of ore to build those. And then once you build a settlement, you can upgrade it to a city. Now a city costs 3 ore and 2 wheat. All right, so the robber gets placed on my spot here. I do get stolen from. Makes sense since I do have the 1-point lead right now. Got my turn to roll, get another sheep. Still nothing I can really do there. We'll pass the turn. All right, we do get a brick there, which is nice. That means on our turn, we can build a road to a new location and then hopefully build another settlement in the future. Each settlement that we get adds another victory point to our total. So, and then also obviously building new settlements gives you access to more potential resources when those spots are rolled. A huge play that I would love to do is down here at my bottom settlement is build over eventually and get over to this 8 of ore and be on that spot, because that would be really nice to have. Only blue is hogging all that ore right now, and then me, orange, and red are all holding on for dear life with this 11 of ore, which won't be rolled very much. So we'll go ahead and build a road right here. And then if we can manage to get a wheat and a brick, we'll build another settlement right here on this 4-5, 4 of wood and 5 of sheep. That'll be exciting. So it looks like now orange and red have both caught up to me in points. They both have 3 as well. They built a road and built a settlement. Ooh, interesting placement for the robber there, going on my 10 of wheat. That seems like a strange place to put the robber. It really only inconveniences me, and it's not on a very high number for me. So hopefully we roll a 7 soon and can move that guy away. Oh, someone else does it for us. So the way that he just moved the knight, even though he didn't roll a 7, blue had drawn a knight card, And if you have a knight card, that allows you to play and move the robber without rolling a 7. And the way you draw knights is from development cards. And so to buy a development card, you need 1 sheep, 1 wheat, and 1 ore. But the thing about development cards is they're face down, so you don't know what you're drawing because they're not all knights. There's different cards in the development card stack. Knights are the most abundant, and so you're most likely to get those. But there's also face down victory points. There's road builders, which lets you build 2 roads without using resources, and some other ones that I'll explain if we end up drawing any of those. But right now, we're in a pretty solid position. We got to 3 ore, which is really nice. If we can manage to get 2 wheat, we'll be able to upgrade one of our ore. Orange moves it to that spot again. That's so weird. I wonder why he's doing that. I feel like he'd be more likely to want to block the 9 wheat over here of blue and red. Interesting. I totally lost my train of thought. I think I was talking about upgrading to a city. So if I get to 3 ore and 2 wheat, I'll be able to upgrade to a city. And when you do that, instead of getting 1 resource whenever your number is rolled that you're next to, you get 2 of those resources. So it allows you to collect cards a lot more quickly, which is really nice and allows you to have more options on your turn. But my main focus right now is going to want to be to get that robber off my wheat because I will need him. Okay. Can't really do much there without any wheat because we'd love to get that city. Maybe people will start trading, offering wheat if they need some wood or sheep, and we will accept that. And also, I can't forget that we do have the sheep port, so I can trade in 2 of my sheep for wheat if I need it, and that could be a good option to go with. The people who potentially have wheat are orange and red. Orange is on the 5 wheat. Oh, orange is he loves to be blocking the wheat in this game. There's another sheep. If I get 1 more sheep, I can do a double 2-for-1 trade. Oh, don't steal from me. Steal from orange. Good, good. He does block my 8 wood though. Okay, come on, roll sheep. There we go. Awesome. So what I'm going to do is trade in my 4 sheep for 2 wheat right here because of my sheep port. And then I'm going to upgrade, I think, this one down here to a city. So now I'll get 2 resources if a 5, 9, or 10 is rolled on those spots. The reason I decided to upgrade this one to a city and not my other settlements up there is because they're on the sheep locations. And so anytime a 5 or 9 is rolled, if it's not blocked obviously, I can trade those 2 sheep in for any other resource, which will be super clutch. But blue rolls a knight here, so he will move it away from that sheep spot. He's got to block orange, who is at 7 points already. Goodness, was not paying attention to that. As orange is zooming right now. He just secured, if you saw that little notification, the largest army, which means he has played 3 knight cards, which gives him the largest army, and that gives you 2 victory points. So that is super clutch for him. Blue is potentially challenging him in that. If you look over here on blue's little player card on the right, you see he's played 2 knights. So if he gets to 4, he'll take largest army from orange, but that can be a pretty tough task to do. It's impressive that orange got to largest army that quick. Something that looks like red is trying to do is get what is called the longest road, and that'll also give you 2 victory points. If he gets to 5 consecutive roads placed, and he's at 4 right now, he'll get longest road, will give him 2 victory points. Okay, so looking at my board right now, it looks like I need a 10 to roll to get a wheat so that I can build another settlement on this 4-5 that we built earlier. So yeah, red does secure longest road there. Okay, I was wanting a 10, but I got 2 sheep, so I can trade that in for wheat. We will plop that down and then build ourselves another little settlement right here, which gets us to 5 little victory points. That currently puts me in 3rd position. Orange is winning with 7. Red has 6 right behind him, and then I'm trucking along with 5 points right now. I'm trying to decide what my best path to victory is here. He wants to give a wheat for a wood. No. 2 wheat for now. I don't really need that. And things are looking pretty grim. Looks like orange is in a really good spot. Yeah, I don't really have anything to do there. Much to think about here. Obviously, building another city would be huge, but that's going to be tough to get to. I still need 2 more ore for that. And orange gets to 8. Goodness gracious. We really need blue to take largest army from him. That would help out the rest of the board. Sometimes the board can band together to help out a player. But if orange gets, 2 more points, he gets the win. So, good for him. He's played a quick game. So right now, with the cards we have, if it was our turn right now, we could get a development card because we have a sheep, a wheat, and an ore. And that is about all we could do. We would need a brick to build a road somewhere. That gives us some options, some 2 sheep, because we have a little sheep port. Yeah, just keep Robin orange. So blue plays another knight, which gets him to 3 knights. So if he has another knight over there, he'll be able to steal largest army next turn, which would be huge. Who stole from him? Oh, he used a monopoly. So red just used a development card that's called a monopoly, which if he selects a certain resource, he gets to steal all the resource that's in play of that item. So that was a bummer that he stole my ore, because we really need that. But that's just the way the game. Red moves to 8 as well, which is very impressive. We'll try and stop him if we can. We're going to trade in 4 sheep. Actually, we'll do all of our sheep for 3 ore. And we will build another city up here. Yeah, let's do that. All right, so we moved to 6 victory points. I think it may be too little too late. Red and orange are both in really good spots. This one might end up being an L, which is okay. It happens. Red extends his longest road, which means we won't really be able to challenge for that. We'll go ahead and build a few roads here. As we said, it would be nice. So we could potentially block them off like this. We build here and then do a 4-for-1 trade for a wheat. Yeah, let's do that. We'll block him off down here so he won't be able to extend his road anymore south. I don't think anyone's going to take road from him, but we don't want to make it too easy for the fella. So we move up to 7 victory points. We really need... Ooh, orange gets to 9. That's crazy. We need blue to play a knight here if he has it, to take largest army. If not, orange might get the dub on his turn. Red could get on his as well. Okay, so blue's not play a knight. That is not ideal. We'll see what red can do here. If he can build 2 settlements, he will get the win. Let's see how it goes. Watching, and I'm waiting. Yeah, I'm watching. Okay. He doesn't get anything there. Okay. We'll play that, and the best thing we could do here is build towards... Let's do this. Build here, and then hopefully put a settlement at 8. I don't think it'll really help us out, but we'll go for it. We'll just hold our sheep. So if I'm able to hold all my cards and it gets all the way back to me, I think orange will probably get the win here. All he has to do is just build a city. But I'll be able to steal along this road from red, which would put me in 9 points, which would be nice. All right, orange tried to pull a sneaky victory point there to get him to 10, but I don't think he'll be able to do it, so he is not winning on this turn. We'll see what blue can do. We really needed him to get a knight, but he never did, so blue, you let us down, buddy. He is not playing good. He's only at 5 points. Poor little fella. He draws another card that might be the knight, but it's too late. I think orange wins on his turn if it gets back to him. So, okay, red rolls a 7, which means he will move and rob orange. Let's see if he can get the dub here. I doubt it. I don't think he has enough cards to get a win. And no, we're not going to trade with you. You would never want to trade with somebody in that spot. If they're that close to winning, just stay away. All right, a big roll here would be a 4. All right, we don't get that. We'll just move this back. Easy place. And probably rob orange. All right, we will give ourselves 2 wood here. 2 wood. Yeah, we'll do that. We're going to make red sweat a little bit. We're going to also move up to 7 roads. So if we had had 1 more wood, we would have been able to take longest road there, which would have been cool. But dice did... Excuse me. Dice did go in our favor, and that's okay. See what orange does? I don't think he has enough cards to get the win. So he's going to have to cry. It's another turn at 9 points for him. He can't quite get there. We really need a 7 to roll because red currently has 10 cards in hand. And if a 7 rolls, still has to discard 5, half of them. So 5, which would be awesome. Okay, this is huge. Blue, if he has a knight, he takes largest army, so moves up to 7 and moves orange back down to 7, which is cool. So if we can make it past red's turn without him winning, we'll be able to take... Oh, what's happening here? Who's he going to rob? Rob's red, okay. Blue's kind of making some big plays here. We were slandering him a little bit earlier, but he did good there. Okay, that gives us 2 roads. But red's probably going to build some more here to secure his longest road. He really needs that. He doesn't. Okay. This is huge, actually. Okay, so we are going to build this right here. Oh, that was stupid. 1, 2, 3. I thought that would give me the longest road. I do not know how road works, apparently. Oh, that was a bit of a misplay. Oh well. Gives me to 9. Oh, I think if I would have built the road in the right spot, I would have won. But that's just life sometimes. 2. Take a wood. Wait, I think I do get the win. 2 for a wheat? No way that I pulled this out. Oh my goodness. Vlog, you saw it here first. I somehow escaped the fires. We'll type a GG in the chat. I thought I had a misplay, but I ended up working out. It was definitely interesting talking through the game while I was playing, but we ended up getting the win, and that's huge. That's super fun. So thanks for following along with the game. I hope you learned something about Catan and enjoyed watching. All right, see ya. I mean, wow. I can't believe I secured the dub there. I thought the game was out of reach, and then I didn't even realize I had it won when it got to my hand, and I almost misplayed and put a road in the wrong spot, but we had grace. We still got the win. Sheet port for the victory. Let's go. But that's about it for today's vlog. We've got the pre-birthday girl right over here. Pretty exciting. Yes. Thanks for watching. See you again tomorrow. Bye.